Bear Grylls wanted to join the Indian Army after getting out of school. Yes, presenter of the famous show Man vs. Wild, Bear Grylls always knew that he wanted to do something adventurous with his life. No wonder his first choice was to join the Indian Army. Until 1896, India was the only source of diamonds in the world. In India, dolphins are treated as non-human persons. Yes, dolphins are extremely intelligent animals whose culture was believed to be unique to humans. That is the reason why the government of India declared that they must be treated in the same way as we treat humans. Only 11.38% of people in India can speak English, and India has the largest English-speaking population in the world after USA. The world's first granite temple is Brihadeshwara Temple at Thanjavur, Tamil Nadu. Shikara of this temple is made from a single 80-ton piece of granite. This temple was built in just 5 years during the reign of Rajaraja Chola. About 100 million years ago, India was an island. About 50 million years ago, the India continental plate collided with Asia. Then the Himalayas were created, which is not only the world's largest but also the youngest mountain range. The Howrah Bridge does not have any nuts and bolts. The entire structure is riveted together, consuming 26,500 tons of steel, and a high tensile alloy tiscon supplied by the Tata Steel in 1942. The number of people travelling in the Indian Railways every day is almost equal to the population of Australia. Pizza Hut, KFC and McDonald's introduced vegetarian menu just to cater to the Indian population. That's the power of Indians. India's first rocket in 1963 was transported on a bicycle, and the first satellite in 1981 was transported on a bullock cart. Samosa is not an Indian dish. It was originated in Central Asia. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, the City Montessori School in Lucknow has 45,000 students and 2,500 teachers. 20% of all the world's spices is exported from India. The world's first university was established in Taxila in 700 BC. More than 10,500 students from all over the world studied more than 60 subjects. The University of Nalanda, built in 4th century, was one of the greatest achievements of ancient India in the field of education. Varanasi or Banaras is said to be the most ancient surviving city and is at least 3,000 years old. India is the only country to have an entire ocean named after it, that is, Indian Ocean. India has the second largest road network in the world after the US. In a village called Shani Shingnapur in Maharashtra, people have been living in houses with no doors for generations. This is because they believe that whoever steals anything from this place will incur the wrath of God Shani and will have to pay for his or her sins very dearly. There is no police station in the village either. 65% of Indians are 35 or younger. The average Indian age is much younger than the most other nations. India is still the largest buyer of gold in the world. In West Bengal, cows must have a photo ID card. It's illegal for foreigners to take Indian currency out of India. There's a hill in India that defies gravity. This strange phenomenon was discovered on a road near Tulsi Shyam in Gujarat. Signs at the road instruct drivers to park their cars and leave them in neutral. And what you see is cars moving up the hill against the pull of gravity. There are 5 other places like this in India. In the last 100,000 years of history, India has never invaded any country. India has always been one of the most peaceful countries in the history of mankind. You know what? Thousands of languages are spoken all over India. There are 22 recognized languages, with Hindi and English being the official languages. There are as many as 19,500 languages and dialects across the country. And the interesting part is, Hindi is the fourth most spoken language with 310 million native speakers, Bengali being 7th and Punjabi being 10 most spoken languages in the world. India is the world's largest producer of milk. Mumbai was once an archipelago of 7 islands. Also now connected, the islands that form Bombay are Parel, Majgaon, Mahim, Kolaba, Worli, Little Kolaba and Bombay Island. These were famous fishing centers and some of these communities are still active. London has more Indian restaurants than Mumbai or Delhi have.